Welcome to the New American Colleges and Universities Virtual College Fair. I am Jessica, and I'm your facilitator for the evening. I have a few housekeeping notes for you before we get started. Number one, your cameras and microphones are off, so the presenters cannot see or hear you. If you have a question, feel free to ask a question in the Q&A box. You can put it in there and the representatives will get back to you as soon as possible. Also, keep in mind, there are a number of sessions happening tonight and also tomorrow. So make sure you're going back to the website to sign up for some more. This session is being recorded and will be available along with other presentations at strivescan.com/NACU. So now I'd like to turn it over to Michelle to give you a warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Appreciate the opportunity to be here. And I want to thank you all for joining us today to learn more about campuses that are part of the New American Colleges and Universities. You might be wondering what all of them have in common. Well, they all combine liberal arts, professional preparation, and civic engagement. But why are these things important? Well, professional preparation might be the easiest to understand. Many people go to college because they want to be prepared for a career. Students at NACU campuses connect the classroom to the real world through coursework, internships, and other methods, so they graduate with the skills and experience needed for their chosen professions. But the reality is that the job market changes rapidly. The most successful people are able to adapt to these changes if they have a strong foundation in skills such as reading, writing, and problem solving that apply to many different jobs. The liberal arts courses help you to build these skills. Lastly, civic engagement helps students achieve a sense of fulfillment by applying their skills to help others or to find solutions to issues in our world. But each campus is also unique in its own ways, so let's hear from 6 of them tonight. First up, we have Russell Sage College.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Michelle. Thanks so much for the opportunity to be here this evening. My name is Sarah Barrett, and I am the Director of Undergraduate Enrollment for Russell Sage College. Russell Sage College is located in the capital region of upstate New York. We have 2 campuses, one in Troy and one in Albany. Both of our campuses are about 15 minutes apart, and they have a lot of diverse opportunities for students. Our Troy campus, our home campus, Russell Sage College, was in fact founded as a women's college. In fall 2020, we went co-educational, and we are very excited that we are now in a place where both of our campuses are co-educational. Our Troy campus is in the heart of downtown Troy, New York, where everything is walkable. There's shops, eateries, mom and pop locations, even a record store. So it's a very wonderful, inclusive community. It's an open campus where students can go out and explore. Our Albany campus is off of New Scotland Ave, right across from Albany Med. So it's a wonderful opportunity for those looking to explore healthcare to be able to have that opportunity literally right across the street. I have a short little slide to show you on each of our campuses. Let me see if I can bring that up for you. At Russell Sage, we say we are a small college with big opportunities. With 2,600 graduate and undergraduate students, you can imagine you are seen and heard within each and every one of our classes. We pride ourselves on faculty knowing our students and students having the opportunity to know their professors. Again, as I mentioned, our 2 campuses, one college with 2 campuses to learn, explore, and grow. You can see Bush Memorial right off to the right, the white building with the pillars, and our landmark Albany building is the KCC, our Call Campus Center, which houses our gym. We have 21 different athletic teams. And in the gym, we host our basketball and volleyball teams. We are known as the Gators. Standing true to our roots as a historic women's college, we have a Women's Institute on campus to really continue on the mission that Margaret Olivia Slocum Sage started with Russell Sage College. The Women's Institute was founded in 2020, and there are opportunities for students in learning communities. There's scholarship opportunities to be an ambassador, as well as many campus events. As you can see here, we also take much pride in student wellness, not just physical wellness, mental well-being, but everything. We want you to feel like you are part of an inclusive community where you are learning the skills necessary to cope with any issues ahead, career-based or not. Speaking of careers, Russell Sage College offers 50 plus bachelor's, master's, and doctoral programs. We take an interdisciplinary approach to our programs, and we also have many pre-professional programs as well. You see accelerated programs listed here. We have programs that lead directly from our undergraduate programs right into graduate school. Our most popular options are occupational therapy and physical therapy. We have an accelerated track in both of those areas so students can earn a bachelor's and then a doctoral degree. Russell Sage College, we believe in investing in our students. Our first year students can receive up to $22,000 a year in institutional aid. And for transfer students, up to $18,500. And in 2020 to 2021 academic school year, we invested $21.5 million in our students. So what do students love about Sage? It's our community. Again, where everyone knows each other, you are bound to find your mark at Russell Sage College. Average class size is 16 and our faculty to student ratio is 11. Again, you're going to be seen and heard on our campuses. Our faculty, 90% of them have their terminal degrees, so you know you are learning from the best. Many of them are still in the field, whether they are nurses, working evenings and weekends to stay current on trends, or our psychiatrists. We have a lot of our faculty in our psychology program and our counseling programs that are still very active in their own communities. Again, I always like to point out 98% of our first year students feel Sage is a welcoming community. We know that belonging and a sense of fulfillment is important in any college search, and we make sure that students are seen. Some of our most popular majors include nursing, as I mentioned before, health sciences and physical therapy and occupational therapy. We also have programs in business and management. Sport and recreation management was added just a few years ago for us, and we have an excellent opportunity to intern with the Miami Heat. I cannot wait to see a student do this internship. Other popular programs for us include graphic and media design through our School of Arts and Sciences. We have been named twice on Graphic Design USA, a leading publication for graphic designers, as a school to watch because our students are so invested and so well prepared. We also have education. Education for us, we offer childhood ed with certification 1st through 6th, and you can add on a middle school certification. And of course, it's another program that leads directly into a master's. Speaking of education, as our education students do student teaching, all of our programs require internships. 100% of our students participate in internships or research. Internships include opportunities for students to do their clinical hours for nursing, working with firms and businesses in our local communities. And so we make sure that before you graduate Russell Sage College, you are well prepared for your field and know exactly what is coming. Thank you so much for your time. I very much appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much. So next we have University of Laverne.
Hi, hello everyone. Give me 1 second. Perfect. So good evening, everyone. My name is Jose Jimenez. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at the University of Laverne. The University of Laverne is a small private university located here in Southern California. So we are about 25 minutes away from downtown LA and about 20 minutes from Disneyland. So definitely for our students, it provides great opportunities outside of the classroom, of course, to have a lot of fun, but definitely also allows a lot of great internships and different entry-level job opportunities after graduation. We are located in the city of Laverne. City of Laverne is a very safe city, more of a suburban area, but definitely provides a lot of different things for students to do. It's very much a small college town that has great ties with our university. In terms of our university, we do offer more than 40 majors on campus. We are a small university, but we have about 2,500 students, maybe not closer to 2,800. But one of our benefits of being a student here is that you do have small class sizes. So we have about 15 to 16 students per professor. But even though we are small, we have more than 70 different clubs and different organizations, which you can definitely be a part of. In terms of what we offer our students, some of our popular majors include criminology, which is a top 50 program in the nation, as well as business administration. And we have a very strong business administration program here at the university, as well as the computer science. We have one of our newest majors called creative writing. We have a legal studies that goes into our pre-law, and we also have our pre-health program, which I will talk about a little bit more ahead right now. So when we talk about our business program, that is one of our best programs on campus. It's a very popular major for students. It is more of a hands-on learning approach. I definitely know the business students here in our university, as they're always well-dressed, nice suits and ties, and definitely, going for interviews or going for different, to hear different entrepreneurs about their business. So it's a very much a hands-on major for a lot of our students. They enjoy being able to talk to the professor, really have more of a personalized approach to their education, and of course, being able to work with their classmates. In terms of our natural sciences, we do have our pre-health program. Our pre-health program focuses on making sure that our students fulfill all required courses, as well as all testing to get into medical school. Based on our last year's graduation rates, 92% of our students that graduated in the pre-health program concentration were able to get into the medical school of their choice. So it's definitely a great approach for students that are looking past undergraduate and looking into that medical school as an option. And in terms of our student life, we do offer more than 70 different clubs and organizations. So there will be something you will want to get involved in, whether that's Greek life, student government, or just finding a job on campus. There's limitless opportunities. In terms of what our students do for fun, we have our homecoming weekend. We have our Laverne Palooza, which is a big summer concert. We always try to get a big name artist to come out and perform. For the most part, it's to get students ready for the fall semester. We are part of Division III NCAA athletics. So if you want to be in football, basketball, soccer, golf, volleyball, or whatnot, we do have those sports as part of our Division III athletics. Some of our support services. So we do have a Randall Lewis Center for Wellbeing and Research. It's a well-equipped gym for our students. You can take yoga classes, Pilates classes. We also offer personal finance classes in terms of how to do your taxes, which is very important as you get older. But we also have our career center. It focuses on making sure that you have a resume ready by the time you graduate and you have top-notch interview skills. We do offer our students the opportunity to live on campus. So in case that is something you're looking at here in Southern California, you can live here in Southern California in our campus. We have our Citrus Hall that's for our freshmen. Great food, great spaces for our students. You definitely make great friendships and great connections even after graduation. And this is just an example of where our students are currently working. Some are working at Disney, others at NASA. So you definitely see that our graduates are out there doing great things with their degree. In terms of our application, all we need from you is an application, your personal statement, only 250 words, a transcript, unofficial is fine, a letter of recommendation, and your unofficial test scores. There is a $50 application fee if you apply through our website, but I'll make sure to attach a waiver code in the chat for you to apply for free today. And of course, we do offer financial aid for our students. We have a merit-based scholarship that ranges anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000. We also take into consideration your FAFSA. So in case you qualify for any grant, that's also going to be part of your financial aid package. And we do offer a performance scholarship up to $25,000 if you're interested in theater, photography, or art, just to name a few. And with that, stay connected with us. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter as well. We have a lot of great webinars available for our students, both virtually and in person. So if you're ever in Southern California, make sure to visit the University of Laverne. And with that, thank you very much for your time today.
All right, thank you. So next up, we'll have Merrimack College.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Virtually Merrimack. My name is Christine Carroll. I'm Associate Director of Admission with Merrimack, and we are located in North Andover, Massachusetts. So we're just about 25-30 minutes just north of Boston. So really great access to the city for internship opportunities, for, going into the city for, fun opportunities or jobs, meeting alumni, but you still very much get that campus feel. We're about 4,000 undergraduate students and about 1,400 graduate students. We are growing a little. We'll probably be in the next couple of years about 5,000, but that's kind of where we're looking to land. So we're really kind of leaning into more of that mid-sized school territory. But average class size is 22. It's a 16-to-1 student faculty ratio. So if you really like small class sizes, you really like to be really hands-on with your faculty, this is definitely that environment. Whether you know what you want to do right away and jump right in, or you maybe need a little guidance, there's a lot of flexibility within our curriculum. We are very much a residential campus. So 73% of our students live on campus. We guarantee housing all 4 years. And so one of the benefits of being in that kind of residential space is there's always a lot happening, whether it's our Division I athletics, over 60 different student clubs and organizations, random movie nights, game nights, guest speakers, concerts. We're really excited to have really welcomed back a much more normal campus experience this year. And so it's a really great energy feel as well. In terms of the ways we support our students. So every student, when they come to Merrimack, gets a little team of 3 advisors. So they'll get their academic advisor, helping them with all things classes, majors, minors. Next, you'll actually get a career advisor. So career advising starts first semester freshman year here at Merrimack. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to know what you want to do with the rest of your life, but we'll really work with you to really kind of give you an idea of kind of where to go. How do you meet people? How do you network? How do you land that internship? How do you, really sell yourself, in that professional kind of elevator pitch? How do you negotiate a salary for the first time? How do you understand benefits? So all of those things are really what we'll work with you. We guarantee internships for those students who do work with that advisor. So it's a really great opportunity to really kind of kickstart that next phase of your life. And then next, we have our academic success coaches. So our students can turn to them for all things, where's tutoring, or how do I, work with my professor on this paper that I'm not doing well, or how do I change my, class schedule, or where's the dining hall, and how do I change a meal plan, and where's the bookstore? And it's literally anything and everything. But again, the reason why we want you to have this team of advisors is so it's really helping you guide through those 4 years. You don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to figure everything out. And we're really there to kind of support you. In terms of what we offer academics, we have 5 different academic schools. First is our Girard School of Business. It's our largest school on campus. It includes areas such as, entrepreneurship, accounting, management, marketing, a lot of different areas for our students to study. Next is our School of Education and Social Policy. So this includes, teaching K through 12. It includes, STEM education, human development, teaching students with moderate disabilities, but then also our criminology programs. And we also have a police academy on campus for students looking to go into more traditional law enforcement. Next is our School of Health Sciences. This is our fastest growing school on campus. It's home to our direct entry nursing program, as well as our athletic training, which is a 3+2 direct entry master's. And then next is our School of Science and Engineering. So again, our engineering programs, life sciences, hard sciences, data science, computer science. So everything kind of lives in that space. And then lastly, our School of Liberal Arts. So really kind of everything else, whether it's the visual and performing arts, communication, psych, history, English. So there's a variety of places that our students can really take their programs there. It's also home to our Discover program. So if you're like many of the students who aren't sure what they want to study, Discover is a great opportunity. Again, you'll work with an advisor. We'll really kind of guide you towards finding that major, still making sure you stay on track for graduation, but you can definitely come in undeclared at Merrimack as well. And then also we have a host of minors that you can pair with your major too. Lastly, looking at our financial aid will come after our application process. So we're on the Common App, commonapp.org, for those of you who haven't started your application yet. It is a free application, and our upcoming deadline of early action is November 15th, so next week. So there's still time to apply to Merrimack for the fall. Our average GPA is about a B, 3.3, and we are test blind. So we do not require test scores for any of our majors. And for this year, that also includes nursing. So really looking at that holistic approach, really looking at you as a person and a student and getting to know you a little better through the application. And then lastly, here is more on our financial aid. So all you need to do to get financial aid at Merrimack is apply to the college and fill the FAFSA, and you are automatically looked at for everything that you would qualify for. Our students can typically get a combination of both merit, which is going to be based on your academic journey, your classes, the kind of grades you got, and then also need-based grant is going to be from the info that we get from the FAFSA. So you put those two together, and that usually makes up a big chunk of your financial aid package. In addition to our early action deadline that's coming up on the 15th, we have an early action 2, which is January 15th. And then after that, we're rolling. So just as applications come through, we'll just start cranking out decisions for you. So really want to take away is just a lot of flexibility. We're here to work with you and let us know how we can help. Some of the ways in which you can contact us. We are open Monday through most Saturdays for in-person visits. We also host some virtual opportunities. So please reach out and let us know how we can help you. And thank you for learning a little more about Merrimack.
All right, thank you so much. So next up, we have Roger Williams University.
All right, good evening, everyone. So glad that you're here. My name is Kyler Jasanis. I'm one of the Associate Directors of Admission at Roger Williams University. Been in the school for about 10 years, counting my 4 years as a student. What I really loved about the school, and I think you would love should you choose to look into it, is just how holistically great it is. So you can see by this aerial shot that our campus is located right on the ocean. It's on the tip of peninsula in Bristol, Rhode Island, about an hour south of Boston and 25 minutes south of Providence, and about 25 minutes north of Newport. So our location is really great, just that you have this beautiful scenic campus, but you're close to so much stuff, both for the student experience of just having things to go off campus to do in Providence and Newport, but a great area for experiential learning throughout the Boston, Providence metro area. So a lot of opportunities that way. Because our campus is beautiful, about 42% of our rooms come with an ocean view. So there's a lot of beauty on campus too, but it's just a great holistic campus to exist on. About 70% of our students live on campus. About 95% of our freshmen and sophomores do. Two things we rank really highly for nationally are the quality of our campus food, ranking the top 5% in the country for that. I can tell you I've been eating at Roger Williams for 10 years and I love eating there. I just had dinner before this presentation and I wish it was on campus instead of at home. It would have been much, much better. Just a great experience to live there. And then the second thing is campus safety. So we're a really great campus to have holistically exist on as a student. A lot of our students are involved in intramural sports, clubs. There's a lot to do. But academically, similar to all the schools here as being a part of the New American Colleges and Universities, we balance liberal arts and professional programs really, really well with a lot of small classes. They're always taught by faculty as a teaching university. So these are the 9 colleges that make us up. And so a school that serves about 4,000 undergrads. We do have a really wide array of opportunities for students to do, from architecture, engineering, business, humanities, arts and education, lots of opportunities for students. What I really liked about our campus is that our students are really well spread across all of these schools and all of our programs. So the School of Business is our largest school, but it's only 20% of our undergrads. So it's not like everyone you're running into here is a business student. And our top 5 majors in terms of number of students in them are criminal justice, marine biology, psychology, marketing, and engineering. So you can kind of see the array of liberal arts and professional programs there. But criminal justice as our biggest program is just 7% of our students. So again, it's not like everyone you're running into here is a criminal justice student. You're going to meet the wide array of students that exist here with all our liberal arts professional programming really well. I think one of the most distinctive things about us is how easy it is to combine programs. So about 98% of our students have a major and at least one minor by the time they graduate. About 25% of our students double major. And we're a really great school to come in undeclared because of the wide array of opportunities that we have. I myself started at Roger Williams as an engineering student, but finish with a degree in history with minors in business and creative writing. I can talk to you all about the exploring process. That was one of my favorite things about college, was being able to do that. Nationally, we know 75% of students change their major at least once. So going to a school like Roger Williams or the other ones here, because of the wide array of professional arts programs, will be really great for you. Just talk about briefly some of our opportunities. As a school, we have a Carnegie classification, which means we're one of the top universities in the country for community engaged learning. It's something we require all of our students to do by the time they graduate, is to do some sort of substantial project helping a local not-for-profit in some way. So that could be with an internship, with a research project with a faculty member, with an intensive volunteer experience, or getting together with a group from multiple majors and doing some sort of collaborative project. We have a top 30 study abroad program in the country in terms of percentage of students that go. And I think the main reason we're able to do that is because we give financial aid for students to go abroad, as long as they're at least a B student here. So it can make it really easy for you. I personally went twice. I went to Paris and I went to Nicaragua with the school. Students have lots of opportunities for hands-on learning experiences, so good opportunities there. And I already talked about it already. What I really loved about Roger Williams, what I think most of our students love, is that there's something for everyone. It's not a campus that like requires you to follow all the sports teams or go to one event. Like, it's something where you can find your community or communities very, very easily and get involved in what you want to, and have a really great experience. It's not like you're pressured into getting into one way. So that's what I really liked about it. Was just that very inclusive community. And if you come on campus and talk to our students, they'll tell you the same thing. In terms of outcomes, we have about 98% of our students going to jobs or grad schools within the first 6 months after graduation. You can see kind of some more popular places that our alumni have gone. We have a number of really great accelerated master's programs, like an accelerated for architecture, cybersecurity, construction management, business, criminal justice, psychology, a wide array of stuff. So if you have an interest, you can get an accelerated degree at Roger Williams too. Roughly 2/3 of our students go on to jobs and a third go on to some grad school in some capacity. So a lot of opportunities there. In terms of admissions, we try to make the process as easy as possible for all of our students and families. So we just have 2 deadlines, and there's no benefit to applying earlier other than you find out earlier. So if you need more time to do your college search, you can definitely come on later, but definitely reach out to us and let us know what we can do to support you. That's what we're here for. So really great to get to know you all tonight, and hope to hear from you soon. With that, I'll turn it back over to Jessica.
Thank you so much. 6 minutes goes by fast.
Yes, it does.
So next up is University of New Hampshire. Oh, New Haven. Oh my goodness, New Haven.
That's okay. Very good. Well, thank you and good evening, everyone. My name is Caitlin Locke, Director of Undergraduate Recruitment at University of New Haven. We're a small to medium-sized private comprehensive institution located in Connecticut. To kind of sum up, last year was our 100th birthday, our centennial, of course, taking place during the pandemic. So not the most exciting of times, but despite it being a difficult year, we still were able to open a brand new academic building on our campus to celebrate those 100 years. And the focus of this new building, which is a major hallmark of University of New Haven and all of our programs, features new facilities for hands-on or experiential learning. So to name a few, the ones that you see in the photos, you're seeing new communication studios, a new space for esports. So if you're interested in competitive video gaming, you can do so as a major or as a club or Division II team, new maker spaces, things of that nature to just enhance our big focus on the hands-on side of learning. Now we're located in West Haven, Connecticut, so we are right outside of the city of New Haven. Now, back when we were originally founded in 1920, we actually were in downtown New Haven, just a few minutes from our current location. We were founded by Yale University and Northeastern University. And when we originally started, we focused just on entrepreneurial studies. So areas in the business world, the engineering world, but a lot has changed and we've evolved quite a bit. And we made our mark in West Haven in about 1960 when we moved to our current location. West Haven's a little more suburban and residential. So I think our campus gives the students the best of both worlds. You have that suburban residential area surrounding campus, But at the same time, you're right down the road from New Haven, a more urban center, famous for pizza, other colleges, lots of shopping, music venues, theater venues, and much more. We're also right down the road from the beaches. So if you're interested in anything from marine biology to environmental science, a great location is our Long Island Sound to do some of your labs and research. And then overall, we're right between two major Northeast cities. So right between New York City and Boston. Our students can very easily hop on our university student shuttle, be at the train station in West Haven, just a few minutes down the road, and be on a Metro North train, landing at Grand Central Station in just over an hour and a half, or take an Amtrak train right up to Boston. So pretty accessible area. Now, in terms of our size, we're small to medium. We have just over 5,000 undergraduate students, seeing your average class size come in around 20 students. We have a lot to offer in terms of academics, with over 100 different academic programs to choose from, additional minors and certificates to specialize in an additional area, and then lots of graduate degree programs. And while that might seem far off, I mention it today because we're not just here to look at how to best prepare you for the next 4 years of school, but how can we best prepare you for your entire career? So our Career Development Center is heavily involved, both from introducing areas like our dual degree programs, combining a bachelor's degree with a master's degree in an expedited period of time, saving you tuition dollars and getting you into the field that much faster with an accelerated degree and hopefully a higher starting salary. Our Career Development Center has been recognized nationally by Princeton Review as one of the top in the country for the programming that they put on. And as you can see by the statistics, we're pretty proud of the results that our students obtain within just a few months of graduating from the university. So you'll see here, we're the New Haven Chargers. A little bit about our student body is outlined here. I'll touch on where our students are coming from. Right now, we're seeing about 40%, so just under half coming from the state of Connecticut. But actually the majority we're seeing come from out of state. Surely we're popular in some of our neighboring states, so New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, but it's really awesome as an admissions office to get to see those applications rolling in from different states all across the country and around the globe. Now, in terms of academics, just to name a few that we're famous for, in our College of Arts and Sciences, things like forensic psychology, looking at the criminal mind, marine biology, music and sound recording. In our Pompeii College of Business, which is AACSB accredited, our sport management program gets a really great draw of students, and that new esports program is housed here as well. A major component of University of New Haven, something we're known for, is our Henry C. Lee College of Criminal Justice and Forensic Sciences. So on top of those 2 degree programs, anything public safety or public service related is housed over here. So things like fire science, national security, homeland security, international affairs, to name a few. Our engineering college houses all the traditional engineering majors, plus programming in computer science and cybersecurity and networks. And then our School of Health Sciences is actually our newest college. Though we're pretty established in the healthcare field, we have a well-known dental hygiene program, and then newer majors in areas like exercise science with a master's in athletic training. Like some of the other schools, we do have a big internship requirement. So the majority of our students are completing an internship. If they're not completing an internship, they're either doing some type of study abroad, service learning, or faculty research. With close to 200 clubs and organizations, it's tough to talk about many, but our marching band has a big draw of students. We have close to 300 in our marching band. We are a highly residential campus, so the majority of students live with us on campus. Division II for athletics. And then just to wrap up quickly with the application process, we are test optional and we have a no harm test policy. So you can absolutely submit your scores. If they aid in the admissions process, great, we'll use them. If they are hindering your admissions decision or your scholarship, we will wipe those from your application for you. And then I do recommend applying fall of your senior year. Our most popular form of admission is the non-binding early action option with a December 15th deadline. You're automatically considered for merit scholarships up to $28,000 and additional financial aid on top of that. But thank you everyone and have a great evening.
Thank you so much, University of New Haven. So if you would please, our presenters, colleges come on back on the screen. We have a few questions. I would love for you to share some nuggets of wisdom with our audience. So the first question I have for you is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? The same order we presented.
I would say the best advice that I have for a student in the beginning stages of their process, and I say this, I think, on behalf of all private schools, don't pay the sticker price much mind. I think that there is a hesitation when you see a number, but as all of these schools and Russell Sage has mentioned, we offer generous scholarships. So don't pay too much mind to the sticker price.
I would say continue to make connections, especially with that, with college representatives. I think I myself remembering as a high school senior, it's a little intimidating sometimes to reach out to colleges, even if you have questions or you want to know more. But that's why we're all here today, to, give you answers, to help you out through this college process. So don't be shy. Don't be afraid to reach out to different colleges. We're here to help out and answer questions.
I would say my biggest piece of advice during this process is try to enjoy it. Try to, not get too stressed out, which I know is easier said than done, but you'll be going through this during your senior year of high school. And so that's a really, monumental moment. And so you really still want to be able to enjoy those times. Obviously the college process is a big part of that time, but you'll get there, you'll make it to your place. We've all been through it. You can get through it too. But yeah, still try to enjoy that moment and enjoy your senior year. And I think it will make the experience a lot more enjoyable for you.
I would say just be okay with changing your mind throughout the process, and because a big part of it is figuring out what you want in a school, and sometimes some of the easiest ways to do that is to figure out what you don't want. So as you just go throughout the entire process, your opinion might change on stuff, or what you value in a school might, academic major might, and be okay with that and just adjust from there, and know that is very common. I referenced the stat in my presentation, but 75% of students in college change their major at least once. So most students do it. Just be, again, mindful that you'll evolve as you go through the college search process and on a college campus.
Yeah, and one of my biggest pieces of advice is come and visit us. Right now, we're in the season where classes are in session, and you can see, a true day in the life visit to all of our college campuses. Even if you visited once and it was summertime, I'm sure it was beautiful and warm out, but there probably weren't too many students to talk to, and those classrooms weren't full. So if you do have a chance to fit in another visit this fall or maybe this spring, I definitely recommend it.
Absolutely. So here's another question for you. What's one thing you want students to remember about your school? Just one.
You make it so hard, just one. The one thing I would love for students to remember about Russell Sage College is the fact that we have two campuses that are very diverse. Our Troy campus being very urban, again, right in the heart of downtown, where our Albany campus is a little bit more set back in a residential neighborhood. So no matter if you like the hustle and bustle or want a little bit of that peace and quiet and that green space, Russell Sage College has it all.
I would say for the University of Laverne, I would try to remember Laverne itself. A lot of students don't know University of Laverne. They think LA, they think Orange County, but Laverne, University of Laverne, we are that orange green school located in Southern California.
I think something I would love for people to remember about Merrimack is just the level of support that we partner with our students, from the academic advisor, career advisor, academic success coach. You don't have to go through this alone. You don't have to navigate the college process on your own, not the process, but the actual college experience itself. And so really utilizing those services really allows our students to be able to accomplish a lot.
I would say for Roger Williams University, remember our beautiful location, and I'll move out of the way a little bit so you can see. Just a beautiful campus and just a campus community that's well served to suit the entire person and help you holistically at the school.
For University of New Haven, the one thing I'd want students to remember is that we're the smaller to medium-sized school that actually has the offerings of a much larger school. So sometimes we rival some of the big ones in terms of the numbers of majors and activities and ways to get involved on our campus.
All right, and this is my favorite question to ask. What is one myth you want to debunk in the college search process?
I think one myth that I would love for us to debunk as a whole is encouraging students to file their FAFSA. There's a lot of perception of, oh, I'm not going to get anything. Why do it? Always file a FAFSA. You never know what an institution is going to be able to offer by having that on file. So certainly file that FAFSA and do it sooner rather than later.
I would say to continue the search outside of your own home state. I think for a lot of students, they'll have a proximity of how many schools they want to apply to, but always look at schools at different states. I think for a lot of students that I've been able to help out of state, they definitely grow a lot independently. And that's a big one. That is a big one. So whether it's across the country or whatnot, take the chance, don't be afraid. And I think that's a great opportunity for students.
I think one thing that people always believe is that admission counselors or admission offices want to deny students. So we get some enjoyment from that. And that's not the case, actually. In case we're actually looking for reasons to admit. We get excited to welcome students to our college. We are just as excited to, find those students who are a great fit as you are to find those schools that are a great fit for you. And so, that's why I say touch base with your admission counselor and brag about yourself on your application. Give us every opportunity to say, this is the student for our institution. So we are rooting for you. We're here for you. And I want you to know that everyone is literally looking out for your success in this process.
I think the notion I would like to dispel, and I think this is especially relevant given that we're all new American colleges and universities, is that the liberal arts does provide a lot of value to you as a person to grow. And there is value in a liberal arts education for not just getting your first job, but also your second job and your third job and advancing throughout your career and just being a lifelong learner. So while there's tons of articles dismissing liberal arts, there's a ton of value and data to back it up too. So look into it. Liberal arts can do a lot for you.
Along the same line, I think it's important to point out too that, at 17 or 18 years old, you don't have to know exactly what it is you want to do for the whole rest of your life right now. College is a fantastic place to grow and explore in new programs of study that maybe you haven't even heard of yet. So keeping an open mind in terms of, what you might want to major in one day is something important to think about at this point.
All right, I hope you were taking notes. I hope you get some answers out of this, because we've had some amazing people here. So thank you to our colleges for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to our participants for being here. When we end this webinar, you're going to have an opportunity to give us some feedback. There'll be a 5-question survey that will appear on your screen. Make sure you give us some feedback. Also, make sure you sign up for more sessions. There's another session starting at the top of the hour. I want to see you in there, so make sure you sign up for that. And also tomorrow. This has been recorded and will be available along with all the other sessions happening today and tomorrow at strivescan.com/NACU. All right, have a good night. Bye.